What's up, guys? Today we're going to separate these carburetors, and I'll do this. I got to clean these up a little bit. There's junk everywhere. As I've shown you in the last video when we were looking at this, these slides are a little sticky. I've never actually opened these up. You see, this slide here slides with the needle, and I don't even know what that is. It's addition to like a lot of the carbs I work on. This is the 3rd gen Honda Magna 750. You can see this side still has, we're going to take these out because they're actually in good shape. This is the O-ring gasket seal that is on top where the airbox mounts. And I'm not going to draw this out too much, but we got to clean this up and take it all apart. Here's the T on the gas line that always breaks. It always breaks. I've had those break so many times. But the reason I need to take these apart, other than cleaning them, is because our throttle does not move. Our throttle plates are stuck and nothing happens. So something, maybe this plate, maybe that plate, since everything's connected, this rod connects that, and this rod, no, that's not a rod. This connects the front carburetors to the back carburetors, and something just is, I can't force it. I don't want to break anything, but something's not moving. So somebody's just stuck. So once we start taking it apart, we can look at each carburetor and then figure out why. I should probably take the float bowls off and the tops and do that all before it's taken apart, because it'll be harder to work with once that's all taken out. And yeah, we're just going to get into this thing, and you can see, oh, I can show you the choke is all free. The choke lever works. There you go. That's the chokes working for themselves. They're all freed up. So as we take this apart, hopefully we can put it all together. Don't lose anything. We have a spring in here, a spring in here. Like I said, something's just not working. So get a good look before you take it apart so you can always put it back together. I don't know that I will put it back together, but we're gonna get open here. I gotta get the right tools. And once this is all apart, I'll show you. These, I think they're 10 millimeters. There's a nut here, a nut here, and a nut here. We're gonna loosen it up, and there's a rod that comes out, and then this will be loose and we can start pulling them apart. But all this stuff needs to be taken off too, and springs are going to start falling out when this gets taken apart. So like I said, don't lose anything, and let's proceed. Now I got all the rods out. As you can see, one's longer. I don't even know which one that was, probably the one that goes through the middle. And as you kind of jiggle this free, there's a spacer in the middle. Watch that you don't lose that. And these are actually wiggleable, but unfortunately, yeah, we're gonna have to take something apart here probably. I got all the bolts loose. These are 8 millimeter here. I don't like to strip them out, so I was very careful. We're gonna get those float bowls off. Like I said, I have to clean everything anyway, but there's just dirt everywhere, so I'll throw some carb cleaner. When you do move these around, make sure that you don't break your plastic tubes here. You can replace those with metal tubes. I've seen aftermarket. I don't know if they have them for the 3rd gen, but they do have them for earlier model Magnas and Sabres and Interceptors. But otherwise, I think we're pretty much ready to go. These just have nuts on both ends, so you can remove them from either side. And I'll just have to figure out, I guess this slide has to come off. Something needs to be disconnected so that I can get these two separated. Probably just remove one of these links, and then we'll be good to go. I took all the boots off that go to the engine, and I did not loosen the tops yet, so just picking everything apart as we go. Look, I can move this a little bit. So this one, and now that this is free, this is not, the first carburetor is not our problem. So that is actually moving. And you can see here, that one's actually moving a little bit too. This one is not. So the furthest one from the main, and this one's moving a little bit. So I bet our problem is with this guy. Yeah, that is not moving at all. So I think this is probably our issue. This guy is stuck. Well, maybe I should just work on that. Try and get that open. But anyway, taking them all apart. We're going to inspect everything, clean everything, and then we can put it back together. Be very careful if you take off the choke bracket here. There's a little spring that sits on here, and I don't even know how that came off. I'll have to look at that on the other one before I take that off. That just returns the spring to where it's supposed to be. Or it returns the, let's get a good look at that. And then you have a screw, a washer, and then a washer underneath. So, and then it just lifts off there, and this little bracket sits on your choke. This one was a little tough to get out, but I made it. And then this is right here on the back side. See, there's the little thing here. Now I want to see, this is just gonna fall off, isn't it? Whoop. Just want to see what we're dealing with this spring. Okay, so the spring sits up on top. See it right there. Spring sits on top in that little groove. Makes sense. And then it spirals around. I think I took one of these apart before. Or maybe I was putting one together, I don't know. So we'll lift that up. Maybe I can leave it on there. Leave it on there. And then it sits in that little groove down there. Okay, good. We know what we're doing. And then there's this lower plastic washer, all comes off too. This sucker was not going to run well because, well, you can see, I got this one to pull out. This will be the fourth carb, the farthest from the main carb. The main is where your throttle cable attaches to. So I got this off. Awesome. That looks like we're not gonna fall apart there. And yes, this one does not move. So it's definitely this one that is not moving. So we'll work on that. But anyway, here's our air tube in the middle. And looks like we have air tube in the middle, fuel tube here, fuel tube there, air tube up here, but you can see the gasket for the air tube broke off, which air is not as important as fuel, so it wouldn't be leaking. It'll be leaking air but not fuel. Here's a spacer that holds all this together. It looks like I have to use this cotter pin to get this one off, so I'll straighten this cotter pin and be careful not to lose all this stuff. Then this one's free, and we'll just keep taking this stuff apart. You're almost always gonna have to replace a cotter pin. That broke. Anyway, and then we have what? A washer, a metal washer, a plastic washer. And then we have this little metal piece right here. There's actually a brass looking sleeve inside there. So now this is free, and that means this is free. All right, so two of these guys out. Let's see if this one's loose. Yep, this one spins. Okay, so definitely this guy. Yep. Now, these might separate at this point if I want to jiggle them apart. And then I don't have to take all this stuff apart. Everything is very sticky, but I did get this one to move. It's not enjoying it, but it worked. So I got everything moving. This guy does move. This is probably the best one. This one does move. It's fine. See? This one moves, but it's really disgusting. So we're gonna run this stuff through the ultrasonic once everything's torn down and we don't have anything sitting in here that could be ruined by that. Let's take the bowls off and show you what we got there. See, there's your air ports. Your air ports, that's funny. This guy, this is just a spacer between the two. Yep, that's where that bar goes through. And yeah, make sure, I'm gonna lose this if I'm not careful. Make sure you don't lose any of these little pieces. There's the air hose that came off there. That little, see, little O-rings on all this stuff. So I'm gonna have to get that out of this one. Let's take the bowls off and show you what we're dealing with inside the bottom of this dirty old carburetor. These are dirty, but not nearly as bad as I thought. This one probably wasn't getting fuel. It probably wasn't even getting fuel. This one's nasty. That's our main carb. So yeah, that's pretty gross. This one, yeah, still dirty. Don't like it. The jets look fine. I mean, everything's dirty. But there you go. That's a good look at, oh, that's pretty nasty. That's the front one. Okay, guys, everything's apart. I did see that only one of my floats, so the floats are all loose. I took there's a little rod here that goes across there, and the float needle in there is stuck on 3 of them. The only one that actually came out was the one that looked relatively clean. So that one's fine. He's right there. So that slides into your float there on the bottom. And then all the uppers look really nice and dry, and no rips or tears in those. So I'm going to carefully, don't rip them, I'm going to carefully get them out of these grooves and remove those parts. And then I guess there's probably a couple other little things like this plastic. Take this off. I don't think that's on all of them. Yeah, it is. Whatever this is on every carb. It runs around there. But this is a look at the carburetors before they're clean. I got to be careful when I pull these guys out, because like that won't even come free. I don't want to break this itself, and I don't want to tear the float needle. So I'm going to be careful if I can get those out at all. And yeah, this one's already free, so this will come loose. And then actually, let's just pull that out from the top. There's the top of your carburetor. This must have something to do with, I don't know. Here's our choke. Don't lose, there's a little loose piece right here. Don't lose that. And then this can turn out of there. We should take that apart and clean that too. And yeah, here is your upper part of your carburetor with the needle in there. And then that's probably, no, this is a different design. Usually that's secured in there by something. I'm not sure how that comes out of there. Maybe this is all one piece and it's not supposed to come out of there. I don't know. This is the first time I opened up the top end of a 3rd gen carburetor on a Magna, because I didn't really need to. Here's your springs. That's going to be under the top lid. When you take that off, just make sure it's going to spring off of there. And there you go. Cruddy Carbs. The Kihin or Cayenne Japanese carburetors. Guys, I'll see you on the next one. I'll show you what these look like when they're all cleaned up, and maybe we'll investigate this accelerator pump or whatever. I don't even know. It probably has something to do with, guys, I don't even know. It's kind of cool. I will see you guys on the next one. There's a screw right here I should take off and see what that is.